evening, everybody. Thank you for joining me. My name's Pete Gang. Welcome to my home. We'll be watching this together in a couple of hours, but thank you very much for inviting me into your home. I'll be with you for the next 45 minutes or so. I'll be playing some songs from the solo records, a few old Case Hardin songs, and maybe a new one as well. So thank you very much. Hope you enjoy the show. Kinda coming undone, looking out over a city bleached through by the sun. It's a little early, but I could just have one. Sat down and started to type, but sometimes things don't read quite as good as they write. It's a little late, I should call it a night. Set off to a map screwed up in my pocket with your number on it and a couple of song lines. Prayer beads fall through my fingers and scatter below. There's one for the money, two for the show. Pull over in the first space that you see. I'm running in here for cigarettes and beer. I'm gonna smoke and drink my way out of here. Throat is coated in dust, drawing a little air down through my chest. And I'll probably wake up alone. It's probably for the best. Set off to a map screwed up in my pocket with your number on it and a couple of song lines. Prayer beads pass through my fingers and scatter below. There's one for the money, two for the show, three for the road. Pull over in the first space that you see. I'm running in here and drink my way out of here. That was a song called Three for the Road, and that's kind of where it all started for me. That was the Case Hardin's first full-length album, and that's side 1, track 1. Those opening lines, looking out over a city bleached through by the sun. That was, I used to work overseas. I worked in Baghdad for a number of years, and that was the view of the city that greeted me every morning when I'd go and sit out in my hotel room balcony, read the papers, get read in on the news of the day, and it just always struck me as how terrible most days went, and it started so beautifully. And I remember writing those lines down, and they became a song about 2 or 3 months later. So from right to the very beginning to something a little bit more modern, but there's a Case Hardin tie into this song. This is a song off the first solo record that I did with Joe Bennett, Here There's No Sirens. There's a song called TV Reruns. And this was something about me realising the new musical journey I was on. I didn't realise it was a permanent one at that time. There was an anxiety about going off in a different direction, having spent so long in the comfort zone of Case Hardin. And I think also comes out in this song, there's a bit of a frustration that I was in a position where I had to make a solo record because, you know, the situation the band were in. And I didn't realise at the time that it was a musical change that was going to be so permanent. So I still think of my brothers in Case Hardin whenever I play this song on stage at night. This is a song called TV Reruns. The curtain rises on a brand new piece of theater, new lines and new rules. Doors that lead to new rooms. Strangers that drink and dance to pass away their weeknights. Below the dim glow of these bar lights, and it's great just to be alive. You're sifting through the wreckage at this crash site, where all the hearts left broken here last night. With one more circle around the sun, you're closer to home. A sickle moon that cuts through this darkness like a searchlight. Every detail and every last life. Screens burn bright. He's watching TV reruns of his last fight. Reliving every hard ride. circle around the sun, you're closer to home. Myths of gods, just anyone to move you through this next life, through these miles and miles of rewrites. With one more circle around the sun, closer to home. One more circle around the sun, it sinks behind you, then it's gone. So this next song is it's from the second solo record. It's a song called Let's Make War a Little Longer. It's on the album. It's a fantastic kind of soul romp. Once Joe Bennett got hold of it and, you know, kicked those strings and horns in, it really took on a new life, and a very different life to how it started. This is a song I dedicated to the family of my partner. It was written during a time that we were all together, saying goodbye to somebody that nobody really wanted to leave. And it was just pulled together shortly after that period. And yeah, it's called Let's Make War a Little Longer. Shake it out, that crazy Aztec patterned blanket, and wrap me up in two tormented arms. Our time is short here. It's just our shadows growing longer. We're not feeling any stronger than our hurt-shaped hearts. I took temptation over everything I'd known, but dreams like these just grown like bored old horizons. So think again, if you think this time you're leaving me to peel back all these feelings on some Matryoshka doll to her hurt-shaped heart. consider this. I've studied every label, every willing, every able of this body under siege. Battle cries can die, so let's make war a little longer. Let this be who we rise for as our enemies surrender and fall in behind our standard and beg our King's forgiveness and lay down arms before our hurt-shaped heart. Thank you very much. This is a song called I Will and I Do. This is probably the fastest I've ever written a song. For anybody that's seen the Siren String show, this story gets told pretty much every night on the stage. Before my partner moved over here, she was back at home in the US, clearing her stuff out, prepping for the move, and I got a bizarrely excited phone call one afternoon to tell me that she'd found her old wedding ring. It was okay by me because I was sat at home at a table right over there drinking gin, as I am now, and listening to John Prine. And an hour, I told her to phone me back in an hour, and an hour later we had this. It never lasts, but it never really passes. A diamond catches a carousel of light. It smolders slowly, but it burns a little fast. It never passes, but it never really lasts. And an old box labeled jewelry, her old wedding band, heavy with old stories and still heavy in her hand, and still hurt by words that haunt her from its time on her left finger. I am forever, I will and I do. But it never lasts, and it never really passes. A diamond catches a carousel of light. It smolders slowly, but it burns a little fast. It never passes, but it never really lasts. Never lasts, but it never really passes. A diamond catches a carousel of light. It smolders slowly, but it burns a little fast. It never passes, but it never really lasts. It never passes, but it never really lasts. we're going to move back in time. This is a song from Case Hardin's Every Dirty Mirror record, I believe. I think I'm right. And I've chosen this to play in this set because the story songs are something that I try and touch in on pretty much on every record, almost to sort of prove I can still do them. But this was the first one I did. It was the first time I kind of sat down with and researched a song properly. I've always had interest in boxing for reasons that escape me. I mean, clearly I'm not a fighter. As I think my sister once said, I have the body of a writer. But this story, the story of the champion in his transition from bare knuckle boxing into the Marquess of Queensberry rules, whilst it's a story I've made up, it is factually, historically, and hopefully chronologically correct. It could have happened. This was the first time I tried that, and I'm not really sure I bettered it. And this was always a popular Case Hardin song, and as I mentioned before, in TV reruns, we kind of check in with this guy a number of years later. Albeit that chronology could not possibly have worked. See, this guy wouldn't be around in the time of television. But this is called Champion. Well, I'll go 27 rounds with any man here. Leave the bastard begging for mercy, with the devil to take him down. For nigh on 9 years they've called me champion. Those who would try to take it away, I've retired them all. The sluggers and dancers, I've sent them off clean, and I've always delivered on first blood wages, on rope burns and ruining dreams. But I still weep for the day the champion O'Sullivan fell. I've been beaten, butted, and bitten, and I couldn't see too well. But I ducked and cut up through his ribs in the 19th. He was crawling around, he was looking for his corner, and he was pissing blood for a week. Now go 27 rounds with any man here. And steal his stare and hold him eye to eye. I'll tear him apart with these two bare hands. Leave the bastard begging for mercy, the devil to take him down. Over the water to England, the fight makers say, 'cause we're running out of contenders. Tom Cribb and his belts are all there. But I've read that they're fighting with horsehair they stuff in a glove. I've read the rounds are too short, they call it a day at the first sight of blood. Some say this next fight, it should be my last. They've roped off and scratched McGarrigles farm behind the public house. But they say that I'm aging, that I'm losing my pace, that my shoulders get heavy, that my hands slip away when I'm tired. And they say I show too much of my face, but I'll go 27 rounds with any man here. Steal a stare, hold him eye to eye. I'll tear out his heart with these two bare hands. Leave the bastard begging for mercy, for Jesus or the Mother of Mary to take him down, to take him down. Thank you. I'm going to do another Case Hardin song. The PM record, which has kind of gone down, well, certainly after the one that followed it, as being, you know, our acoustic record. For me, it was more my relationship record. Relationships, kind of in all their forms, and the mechanics of relationships, the consequences of relationships, relationships between mother and daughter, mother and son, kind of. For the first time I sang from a woman's perspective, or tried to inhabit that perspective as much as I could. And the song Three Beautiful Daughters was the last song written for the record, and it was almost the easiest to write because I knew where that record was going, and what was required. And it was, we'd finished a recording session, it was done like 2 sessions. We'd finished one session, I went off to the Long Road Festival by myself for the weekend and knew I had to come back with a song. And while I was away, I came up with the lyric for this. Like I said, I examined a number of interpersonal relationships on that record, female relationships on that record, but the character in this is very much a composite character, but with some fairly kind of universal themes. This is called Three Beautiful Daughters. Turn me another card, let me turn away. Then turn me up a future that looks better than the one I see from here. And then tell me again about the night that we met. The girls have gone to sleep. Their father let them down again, and I'm too damn tired to think. But she was dancing with her sister at a party. I never thought they looked much the same. She said she had 3 beautiful daughters. She said she named them after hurricanes, like the man who blew into her life, then blew out again. I don't believe in many things. I was never one to pray. But it's hard these days to try to put my faith into something that I can't see. She was dancing with her sister at a party, but I never thought they looked much the same. She said she had 3 beautiful daughters. Said she named them after hurricanes, like the man who blew into her life. Dancing with a sister at a party, but I never thought they looked much the same. She said she had 3 beautiful daughters. She said she named them after hurricanes, like the man blew into her life, like the man who blew into her life, then blew out again. Before I move on, I'm going to use this platform to issue a public apology. Jim Maving, one of the best guitarists, the best guitarist on the scene, recorded a phenomenal guitar part for that. And I don't know what it was I was listening to in my head or what it was I was doing when it came to mixing the record, but I wiped it off. Jim has, I don't know if he's forgiven me, but he's mentioned it once or twice. And so I would now like to take this opportunity to publicly apologise to Jim Maving and to apologise to you people for denying you the opportunity to hear that track, to hear the guitar part on that track. Well, we're getting towards the end. I have 2 or 3 more for you. We're going to bring this back up to more modern times. This is a song from the Fragile line. This is a song called Tourniquet, and it references a book called Tarantula, which is an absolutely impenetrable book that Bob Dylan wrote, laughingly referred to as a novel. And if anybody tells you that they've read it all the way through, they're liars. If I tell you I've read it all the way through, I'm definitely lying. But this is a song called Tourniquet. He'd read her Tarantula before they go to bed. Although he knows it's crazy inside that kind of head, the mornings leave him fragile like a butterfly's wings, beating in and out against a hurricane's winds. Now he lies where angry skies meet the marble scene. And watch the paint peel off worn wooden floorboards. They both could use a drink. She tightens round him like a tourniquet with every single change she makes, to every word in every line of every verse on every page. He lived his life in pieces where the shadows whisper things. He always held one in the chamber where the shadows switch, and then she strips herself before him and disappears again. She swings around before him and all her other men. But now he lies where angry skies meet the marble scene. Watch the paint peel off worn wooden floorboards. They both could use a drink. And she tightens round him like a tourniquet with every single change she makes, to every word in every line of every verse on every page. Now he lies where angry skies meet the marble scene. And watch the paint peel off worn wooden floorboards. They both could use a drink. She tightens round him like a tourniquet with every single change she makes, to every word in every line of every verse. She tightens round him like a tourniquet with every single change she makes, to every word in every line of every verse. She tightens round him like a tourniquet with every single change she makes, to every word in every line of every verse on every page. Thank you very much. So my lockdown hair is getting all over the place. I can't believe I used to wear it even longer than this. It suddenly feels crazy. A couple more songs for you. I'm going to play a brand new song. Talking about the lockdown, we struck very lucky. Joe Bennett and I are making a third solo Pete Guy record. And just before all the crazy happened, we got into the studio just for 2 days, myself, Joe and Finn Kenny, and we managed to leave Joe with the drum tracks for 6 new songs and some guide vocals and guide guitar. So he's been merrily working away, pulling the third Pete Guy record together. I'm sure I'll hear it before you guys, but probably only just before. I'm kind of blissfully disconnected from the whole process at the minute, but the little bits I have heard are sounding quite amazing. So I'm going to play a song that will likely end up on that record. It's previewing a very rare moment of lightheartedness on a Pete Guy record, and when I say rare, it's possible that I've never had a lighthearted moment on a Pete Guy record, but this is a song called Side 3 of London Calling, and it's about falling in love at a gig whilst out of my mind. The show was slow, but we were only support, so I was back out at the bar by 9. The rider was gone, sold for a song. I'd racked out a couple of lines. I was teaching her a lesson for paying me attention when she came to get a CD signed. There was drool on her shoulder by the main guy's encore. There were tears at closing time. For this happy life of crime, I put my life out on the line, and I'd stand up if I could keep from falling. Her, she's beautiful, she's just about as perfect. The Side 3 of London Calling. Beaten complete, I was back on the street, but my guitar was at the club inside. There's a good chance I'll be walking from here. No chance of getting a ride, but I could only see as far as the nearest bar and the Live Tonight music sign. I held my own with the guy on the door, held my nose and walked inside. For this happy life of crime, I put my life out on the line, and I'd stand up if I could keep from falling. For her, she's beautiful, she's just about as perfect. The Side 3 of London Calling. Well, there's a couple of things I'll never understand, like this house beer and this house band, fucking up my night of God-given rock and roll. Well, I'm sure that he can really sing, but can that drummer count? Man, that bass sounds thin. They've got a lot of gear, but clearly there's no idea. Elevator going up, and I'd stand up if I could keep from falling. her. She's beautiful, she's just about as perfect. Side 3 of London calling, but not me. I'm out of here, I'm just about as welcome. The side 5 of Sands and Eston, but I'll be looking for her. She's so beautiful, she's just about as perfect. The side 3 of London calling. Every cheap hood strikes a bargain with the world, ends up making payments on a sofa and a girl. Thank you very much. Did you think you were one of those girls, too beautiful to hurt, too beautiful to cheat on? There's no girl too beautiful for that. Strip for me like Stormy Daniels. You still have a thing for older married men. Are you still running from these choices into these shadows that you just can't change? Then you just can't change. Right back again. Does it feel like you'll just never learn? Your sins take turns to tie you. Does it take the saints to wake you? There are no gods left who could take you back. So strip for me like Stormy Daniels. Do you still have a thing for older married men? Are you still running from these choices into these shadows that you just can't change? Then you just can't change. Right back again. Stormy Daniels, do you still have a thing for older married men? Are you still running from these choices into these shadows that you just can't change? And you just can't change. Right back again. Strip for me like Stormy Daniels. Do you still have a thing for older married men? Are you still running from these choices into these shadows that you just can't change? You just can't change back again. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the show. We're going to set up a tip jar, which will be in the link somewhere. So please, give what you can if you can. Thanks very much to Clubhouse Records for supporting this show. Like I said, you can get Case Hardin or Pete Gow's records. You can go to petegow.com. You can go to clubhouserecords.co.uk. Pick yourself up something. So I hope you've enjoyed the show. Drop me a note, say hello, and thank you very much. Stay home and stay safe.